Good morning and welcome to online lecture series. Myself Khadangalai Pankaj. Today again we are going to start our remaining chapter. What is history? Okay, our subject is EVS second and our chapter's name is what is history. Okay, before starting to next point, we will revise what we learned yesterday. Okay, within 2 minutes we are going to revise it. See, which point we have learned yesterday? The scientific method of history. What is the scientific method of history? So what is meant by scientific method? That we have learned, and as a homework I have told you to learn it. Okay, I hope all of you are learning. See, we'll revise it. The method of using a number of different tests to determine means to find out whether the evidence is reliable is called the scientific method. Okay, understood? Scientific method is what? Now again, which hard words were there? Those we will read it once again. See, acquainted, familiar, reliable, trustworthy, amusing, entertaining, narration, description. Okay, so today we will start new point. New point means from this point only our remaining part is remain. Okay, so that remaining part we are going to start. See, open your book, page number 2. This half side paragraph. Okay, first paragraph. What is told? See, open your books fast. All have opened your books. Okay, see, yesterday what we saw, that one person, one evident, different people, if different people have told one evident or one incident, what we find in that? We find little difference in that, and we get wonder that which is right. So for that, what we have to do? We need to examine the details of each narration carefully to decide the correctness of the fact or incident. Okay, what is the correctness in that fact? So first we have to examine all the details. Okay, but see, you may think, sir, can we make that incident again in our school? How can we make it? Correct? How can we make? If the child is in now 5th standard, that time he was in 1st standard, can he go in 1st standard? Can he become small again? Is it possible? No, we cannot go in our past. It is not possible. So same event we cannot revise again. So see what is told today. See, it is not possible to conduct experiments to recreate the events that have happened in the past. We cannot recreate it. That what is happening in past. Suppose we have arranged whole incident, but we cannot recreate it. Okay? Therefore, the method of presenting history is different. The method of presenting history is different from that of other sciences. Other sciences methods are different and history's method is little different. Even so, history uses the scientific method at every stage. Even so, history uses the scientific method at every stage. Even it is different, then also history uses scientific methods on each and every stage. Okay? See, namely while looking for and collecting evidence. When we use scientific methods for collecting evidence, we have to use scientific methods. Examining the evidence and while putting it together. When we are finding evidence, for finding this evidence, we have to use scientific method. To examine this one, we have to use scientific method. Again, all evidence we have to arrange in a sequence. For that also we need scientific method. Understood? So even sciences are different. Then also history is using scientific methods to collect the evidence, to arrange them properly in a sequence, to examine them. Okay? We need science. See, when required, help is also taken from other sciences. And whenever we require help of other sciences, we take that help. Sometimes we need help of other sciences. That time we used to take that help of other sciences. That is why history is considered to be a scientific discipline. That is why history is considered to be a scientific discipline. All of you know discipline. Okay? History is not written solely on the basis of imagination. History is not written solely. Solely means fully. See, spelling is different and pronunciation is different. Its pronunciation is solely and its meaning is fully. What is told in this sentence? That history is not written fully on imagination. History is not written on imagination. We have seen Shivaji Maharaj, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, correct? So those evidence, anyone have imagined those evidence that Shivaji Maharaj was going to Raigad, then he used to live in Pratapgarh for some days. Like this we have learned. Anyone have imagined it? No. All these things have scientific base. These all things have scientific base, means we have those evidence. Okay? Scientific evidence are there. So as per that, history is written. It is not based on imagination. Okay? It is not story. History is not a story. Just you have to learn it as a story to make it easier. But it is not a imagination story. Understood? In history, evidence are very important. Okay? Without evidence, we cannot consider it. Okay? See. So history is not written solely on the basis of imagination. Solely means fully. Now see, next paragraph. Do you understand this much? What we are learning this? That any event or any incident of our childhood can be created again? No, we cannot recreate it. And so, to find out correctness, we need to use scientific methods. For what? To find out evidence, to examine evidence, and to arrange them properly in a sequence. For this purpose, scientific methods are useful. Even some sciences are different. They also, when we need their help, we used to take their help to understand history. Okay? See, in next paragraph we are going to see what is told: ancient objects, structures, sculptures, pots, coins, inscriptions, copper plates, books, manuscripts, traditional stories and songs remembered over many generations, etc. What is told here now? Ancient objects. Ancient objects means yesterday in standard 4th we have learned three types are there of a period. First one was ancient period, second one was medieval period, and third one was modern period. Okay, now we are in modern period. Shivaji Maharaj was in medieval period, and before that period was ancient period. Okay, so see, ancient objects. What are those people have made objects? Ancient object means like these arrows. Like this, their arrows, their knives of stone, like these things. These are the ancient objects. Okay, see, ancient objects, structures, sculptures. Sculptures means big stones, and on those stones they are given some different shapes they are given to it. So those are called sculptures. Pots, different types of pots they are made. See in your book you can see here pots. Here are the pots. Okay. Then what is told? Coins. Different types of coins are there. Even you'll ask your parents, they will also show you some different coins. Okay. Now we have 1 rupee coin, 5 rupee coin. Okay. So that time when your father was small, that time 50 paise coin was there, 25 paise coin was there, 10 paise coin was there. Okay, so you may see those coins. Okay, so sculptures, pots, coins, inscriptions. Inscriptions means, who knows inscriptions? See, when we used to go for educational trip with our teachers, have you visited some places? Okay, so there, like these big stones are there, of any shape stones are there. Okay, and on those stones some information is written. Like this, some information is written in Sanskrit, in Marathi, like this, in Bengali, like this, different languages. Some information is written on big stones. Those stones are called inscriptions. Okay. When now this year you will go for educational trip, that time you will observe these things in your educational trip. Okay. Inscriptions. Now copper plates. See in your book it is shown copper plates. All have seen? These are the copper plates. After that, books. See here, books are there and some manuscripts are there. Now manuscript means, what is mean by manuscript? Books all of you know. But what is mean by manuscript? Anyone can guess? Try to guess what is meant by manuscript. In that word only it is there. Meaning is given in that word only. See. I'll write here. You have to try to find out all the things. All things you should not get ready-made. Okay? You should find on your own. It will be long lasting. Okay? That knowledge will be long lasting. Manuscript. See, manuscript. Now anyone can guess? See, two different words are there here. Man and script. Script. When you are taking part in drama, that time they are giving you script. That these are your dialogues. Correct? That is called script. And man. Okay, so manuscript means what? A person has written his own dialogues or his own opinions he have mentioned in a book. That booklet is called manuscript. Understood? Or simple way, we are writing daily diary. How many of you are writing daily diary? Daily diary means what I have done from morning to evening. And all things, good things we are writing. Whether good things, if we have done any mistake, that mistake also we used to write it. Correct? So that is your manuscript. So like this, in history we found some manuscripts also. Once again see the picture. These are the books and these are the manuscripts. See. Traditional stories and songs remembered over many generations. Traditional stories, songs. Do you know that Thirsty Crow story? Now it is traditional. When you were small, that time it is told to you. When your father was small, that story was told to him. So first that story was told to your parents, then it is told to you, and it will tell to your next generation also. Okay, so some stories, some songs are common for all the generations. Okay, it is forwarded to next generation. Generation means what? What is mean by generation? You say, okay sir, we are forwarding it to next generation. But what is mean by generation? Generation means people, those they are living together. Suppose now your father's one generation. Your father. After your father, you will be there. Okay? So your father's one generation, this time is called one generation, and your time is called second generation. Okay? So these are the generations. And see what I told you. Thirsty Crow story is told to your grandparents, then it is told to your father also, and it is told to you also. So it is passed from one generation to another generation. Now what is told, see, the sources of history, over many generations, etc. are the sources of history. All these things are sources of history. See, pots, coins, copper plate, books and manuscripts, sculptures, inscriptions. These are the sources of history. On this basis, history is considered. Okay? Of these sources, now three types are there. Which are those types we are going to see? Try to read it, understand, don't get confused. See what is told? Sources of types of sources of history. Types of sources of history. Are you able to see it? Types of sources of history. And now this partition, see, there are three types. 1, 2, 3. 1 number, 2 number, 3 number. So, which is the first type? Material sources. Material sources. Second one is written sources. And the third one is oral sources. See, these are the three types of sources of history. Sources of history. First one is material sources. So in material sources what will come? Pots, coins, copper plates. Again, this one will come in material sources. Written sources, books, manuscript, inscriptions. This one will come in written sources and oral sources. What will come in oral sources? Or songs or stories. It will come in written oral sources. Okay. Now next one. See, keep in mind this one. Types of sources of history: material sources, written sources, oral sources. Okay, you can note down it in your notebook. Okay, understood? Now next one. In order to find out what happened in the past and how it happened, evidence available from all these sources is collected and thoroughly examined to determine its reliability. With the help of the evidence that stands this test, past events are put in a proper sequence. In a historical account is written. This is the scientific method. See, suppose again, what happened in the history, how it happened, what are the evidence, all these things they are trying to find out. And when we are getting evidence, like this evidence, material sources, written sources, sometimes we are getting oral sources also. Okay? So all these things, all these evidence, these are the evidence. This evidence we have to find. And when we find these different types of evidence of any particular thing, then what we have to do? We have to first we have find it, we have learned. First we have find, here we are written. First we have find it, then we have to examine it. Okay, examine means like our exams. Okay, so we have to examine it, and then we have to put in a order. In order means one thing after another. Okay, like this, one thing, second, third, fourth, like this, one after another, we have to put it in a order. Okay, so this is called the scientific method of history. Do you understand now? It's very simple, don't get confused. First we have learned about time, then what is scientific method that we have learned. Now the scientific method in history. How is that scientific method in history that we have learned? That what? First we have to find out evidence. Those evidence after we have to examine them. Sources will get evidence. Then we have to examine them and then we have to arrange them in a order or in a serial order. Okay? So this is the scientific method of history. You understand? See, what is today's your homework? This diagram you are going to draw in your notebook. Types of sources of history. Understand? Okay. So, goodbye to all of you. Tomorrow we will meet again. Nice to meet you. Thank you.